what is self-love and how to practice and cultivate self-love. We are going to discuss it here, so stay with me. It is going to be a good one. Pretty common question, and I recently did a podcast episode where an individual had asked a question regarding self-love. She had been going out with her girlfriend, partner, spouse for some time, and this person had broken up with her and was seemingly moving on by starting to see other people. Now, this particular person that asked the question, she was basically wondering how she can go about finding or aligning to self-love. And my response, I highly encourage you to go and listen to the whole podcast episode, link in the description below, because it's going to give you a more in-depth answer. But my response to her was, in essence, that the self, you, me, her person is always in love, the essence of love. It's all pervading. It's eternal. So it's always in existence. The love which this person was referring to, and to some degree unconsciously, was love of the ego plane, and it is love that it is not the same as the universal altruistic love. When I say altruistic and all compassionate love, I mean a love that has no preferences. It's not even the same as the love of a mother, father, parental figure. It is a love that perpetuates through all things regardless of anything. So the second you are in form, you are in love. Now, this particular person seemed to be seeking love from another on this plane, in this physical form. So the love that you get from another, it's different in the sense of it's ego love. It's not, the ego doesn't know how to love in this altruistic manner that is the all-pervading love which I'm describing. The ego only knows love by way of attachment and clinging. And funny enough, that's exactly what she was messaging me about, wondering how clinging and attachment, wondering how to get this love, bring it in for herself, because she was not experiencing love for herself, because she was looking outward for it. She was looking to external things. She was looking to her partner, her lover, and what they were doing in their life. And these are all external. So the love, without a lot of people that watch these videos tend to say that sometimes I'll get a little too woo-woo with things, but the love is entirely within, and it's a matter of tuning yourself into it or aligning yourself to the frequency of it so that it can wholly embody your being. You can wholly embrace this love, and it is not love that is given to you from another, from a partner, from a lover, from a parental figure. It is love that's inherent, and it's naturally there for you. And some things I suggest in order to cultivate this love is to try some affirmations, which I'll include some links in the description below for these affirmations. Also, if you just simply go out and just sit in nature, sit with the sun blasting on you. The sun is a great reflection of this love because it is radiant in the sense of it projects in all directions, and it has no preferences in terms of what it casts its light on and to what degree that light is cast. There is no preference there. It's just simply projecting its rays. It's a sun sunning, and that's basically it. So loving is merely the expression of love as it perpetuates throughout the world, and you can see this in the elements. You can see this in, as I mentioned, the sun. You can see this in the wind. There is African tribal shamans that pray to Umoya. Umoya is the wind. Umoya is love. Umoya is the breath. It passes through all things in the physical realm and in the metaphysical realm, and it is very much akin to love in that sense. So when you're breathing, you're inhaling love, you're exhaling love, and you can use affirmations or visualizations to actually consider that you're inhaling and exhaling love. And when you do these things, you're slowly aligning yourself and tuning into that love and allowing yourself to be opened up to it. I'm going to share some pictures on the screen here for you as well. There are of Christ and also of Hanuman, and both of these mythological figures, metaphysical figures, archetypes are opening up their chest and exposing their heart because they are exposing it to love in servitude to the highest, to their highest good, but also to the highest good in the sense of first cause, creator, God, Allah, Ram. This is all in attunement to the eternal love that's projected from source, from the one, you can call it. So when Christ and Hanuman open their chest, they are exposing their hearts, which they are opening themselves up to love and to the world, and they're doing it in servitude to their highest good and the highest good that pervades through all things, in union with that. So you can try to experiment with some visualizations, but basically you're going to try to focus on your heart and a heart-mind connection instead of just using the mind, and instead of just seeking love as a physical object, something tangible that you can acquire, that you can take and give and receive, and this is that. These are ego concepts because you can't give and take that way. You can't give and take something that's inherent in all this. Like you saying you can give and take breath from another or to another. It's just not. It's not possible. It's natural in their environment. So it's just a matter of tuning into it and opening yourself up to it. And that's really what I would suggest you try if you're having difficulty finding that self-love or cultivating that self-love. In essence, you just have to make the quick little switch mentally to that you are always in that love, and it's simply a matter of removing those obstacles, those blockages within yourself that prevent that love from getting through, almost like the natural flow of a river. And when you start to have these attachments with ego, you're creating like a dam basically, or a barrier that's going to prevent the flow of that river. So you need to remove the logs away from the dam in order to open yourself up to that flow, to that universal love, and you'll start to experience it in your day-to-day life. And it's going to be something that's not given to you by anyone. It's going to be something that's naturally felt within yourself as you move about the world. So if you're interested in more information on this, again, listen to the whole podcast where I had given a more in-depth, detailed response to this particular individual. And if you have any questions about self-love, how to cultivate it, I'm going to include some other resources and links in the description below. And you can also message me on Instagram or We The Ether Podcast or anywhere else, and or comment down below. And I will give you some more direct, specific answers to your question. And that's pretty much it. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, feel free to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friend if you think it's going to help them, and I will catch you again in that next one. Take care.